I just built an iOS app entirely from my phone without writing a single line of code, and I'm about to show you exactly how to copy an app that's already proven to work. Most people think that you need years of programming experience or expensive software to create apps, but nowadays that's completely wrong. Because while everyone else is stuck believing that app development requires a computer and coding skills, I discovered something that changes everything. So the app we're going to copy today is making serious money. In this screenshot, you can see proof that this habit tracker app generated $200,000 just last month. The app helps users build better daily routines and track their progress with an intuitive, clean interface. And we're going to recreate it step by step. And here's what's crazier. I just used one AI tool to build this entire app. This is hands down the best AI coding platform available right now for building apps directly from your phone. You literally just describe your app idea and the AI builds everything for you. I'm gonna walk you through the exact step-by-step process to copy this successful app concept so that by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly how to turn your phone into a complete app development studio. And here's the best part. The AI handled 100% of the coding, the design, and the technical setup. All I had to do was give it the right prompts. So let's dive in. So the AI tool that will take care of everything for us today will be Rocket.new. I added a special link in the description down below, so please scroll down and check it out too. Now, most people don't even think of their phone as a place where real apps get built. It's usually something we scroll on, message on, maybe edit a photo or two, not a serious creation tool. And that's exactly why this app matters, because we're about to build a full habit tracker using nothing but an iPhone, and everything starts right here. So head on over to the App Store and search for Rocket AI. Scroll until you see Rocket Pocket App Studio, tap into it and install the app. Once it's installed, log into your Rocket account and you're immediately dropped into the builder. One thing you're gonna notice right away is how smooth the access is, because Rocket lets you unlock the app with Face ID or your fingerprint, so there's no constant password typing or login friction. You just open up the app, authenticate instantly, and you're back inside your project. It's fast, it's secure, and honestly makes it feel like a serious development environment instead of just another mobile app, which does matter when you're building something real. And this isn't a desktop tool awkwardly squeezed into a phone screen. Rocket is designed specifically for mobile. The layout, the menus, the workflows, they're all built for touch from the ground up, and everything feels natural to use with your thumbs, not like you're fighting tiny buttons or buried in settings. This is what app development looks like when it's built for how we actually use our phones. So from here on out, everything we build lives right inside this app. There's no laptop, no extra setup, just your phone and a blank project ready to go. When most people imagine, say, building an app, they picture databases and logic and a bunch of complicated setup right from the start. And in practice, that usually slows things down. A much easier way to build something solid is to see it first. A clear layout gives you direction, helps you understand what the app actually needs, and makes the whole project feel real almost immediately. And that's why we're starting with the front end, just the structure and the design, before touching any functionality. The first step here is to tell Rocket to kick off the project and focus purely on the visual side. Let's tell Rocket, "Hi Rocket, please create a habit tracker application for mobile. Build the front end / design first to give us an idea how the app will look like. Don't build the actual functionality yet. Create a dashboard, chatbot, and analytics section with a nav bar." And with that, Rocket processes the prompt and puts together the layout right away for us. We can see a clean, modern interface appear with 3 main sections: the dashboard, analytics, and the chatbot or AI coach. At this point, everything is intentionally filled with placeholder data. Nothing is interactive, not just yet. And that's exactly the goal. This step is about locking in the structure and flow before we start adding real habit tracking logic. If you're using a newer iPhone, this part gets even more interesting. Rocket can use the dynamic island to show build progress in real time. So you can start generating a feature, switch apps to reply to a message or scroll for a minute, and still see the progress updating right in the dynamic island. It's a very small detail, but I tell you, it makes the whole process feel seamless. Your app is building in the background without pulling you out of whatever you're doing. Once the layout is is in place and everything looks right to you, we're gonna go ahead and be ready to move on and start turning this design into a working habit tracker. So this is usually the moment where most habit apps either get interesting or just kind of fall apart. Everyone has good intentions at the start, but if tracking feels clunky or limited, people just stop using it really quickly. And that's why the core habit tracker needs to feel simple and flexible and honest, especially when it comes to tracking both good habits and the ones you're trying to break. Now, we're going to move past placeholders and start building real functionality. So let's tell Rocket to please build the actual habit tracking functionality. Build this in the dashboard feature as a widget that pops up a modal whenever selected. Create a habit tracker that allows users to track both positive and negative habits. Tracking both allows the user to be aware of each habit and help them build the positive ones and break the negative ones. And after sending that to Rocket, the dashboard immediately changes. As you can see here, the placeholder widgets disappear and are replaced with a fully working habit tracker. And from here, we can start creating habits for real. We'll add a positive habit like reading, log an activity, and you can see it is saved correctly. Then we'll create a negative habit, say like smoking, log an occurrence, and then watch it track just as accurately as well. At this point, the app stops feeling like a mock-up and really starts behaving like a real product. Habits are created, activities are logged, and both positive and negative behaviors are being tracked cleanly, all inside the dashboard, exactly where users expect them to be. A lot of habit trackers fall into the same trap too. Everything is reduced to a simple checkmark. You either did the habit or you didn't, and that works sometimes, but real habits are usually more nuanced. Drinking water, meditating, exercising, reading, these are things that make way more sense when you can track how much, not just if. And that extra level of detail is what turns a basic habit tracker into something people actually stick with. So now we're going to expand the habit tracker to support more precise tracking, and we'll prompt Rocket with this. Expand the habit tracker by giving the user the ability to track their habits with precision. Let's give them the ability to track using specific units such as minutes, glasses of water, counts, etc. This varies on the type of habit they are trying to track and build. After Rocket finishes, the difference shows up immediately. When creating a new habit, for example, say meditation, we can scroll down and choose a tracking unit instead of just being locked into a yes or no checkbox. So we'll set count, save the habit, and then log an activity. The entry saves properly, and now the habit reflects real, measurable progress. And this is where the tracker starts to feel more grounded in real life because it actually adapts to how people actually build habits day to day. And what's nice is that Rocket doesn't make you babysit the whole process, because let's say if something needs your attention, like an error or confirmation or a deployment related action, you get a smart notification right on your phone. You can just tap it and fix the issue immediately without having to dig through menus or reopening the app to figure out what happened. It genuinely feels like having a small technical team in your pocket, keeping things moving while you focus on building. Now, lately, streaks have become a huge motivation driver across some of the most popular apps out there, from fitness platforms to language apps and even social apps like TikTok that use streaks to keep people coming back daily. So there's something about seeing that number grow that makes people want to stay consistent, even on days when motivation is low. Now, that same psychology works just as well for habit tracking. So the next thing we are going to build is the streak system. And this feature ties directly into the habits we've already been tracking and gives users a clear, rewarding snapshot of their consistency. Inside Rocket, we'll prompt it with, please implement a streak system for our habit trackers. Create a separate widget that updates the user's streaks depending on the habits they have tracked. Okay, so after that, a new widget appears now on the dashboard called Streak Summary. There's nothing extra to configure on our part. It simply reflects the user's current streak automatically. And since we've already logged habits today, the streak updates to show day 1, confirming that everything is connected and working correctly. This one widget adds a powerful layer of motivation because it's turning daily habit tracking into something users actually want to come back to and maintain. After building a few core features back to back, it is is always a good idea to slow things down a bit and actually use the app a way a real person would. So here, small details start to matter: how habits are created, how logging feels, and whether everything updates the way you expect without having to think about it. So we'll start by creating a new habit called peace of mind. The category is set to health and the tracking unit is minutes, since this type of habit is more about time spent than just checking a box. After saving it, we'll log an activity for 5 minutes and add a short note that says meditated today. The entry saves instantly and shows up currently on the dashboard too. And from there, we'll quickly move through the other sections of the app. Even though they aren't fully built just yet, they're already laid out and ready to be expanded. Now at this stage, placeholders are doing their job. They show where everything will live without getting in the way. And what really stands out here is how fluid the whole process is. You can start building this app on your phone during, say, a commute, and then pick it back up on a laptop when you get to work, then make a few final tweaks on a tablet later at home. Everything stays perfectly in sync: your project, your progress, your settings, all following you across devices without any friction. Now that kind of flexibility makes it much easier to keep momentum going instead of waiting until you're at the right setup to build. And with the foundation now working pretty smoothly, we're in a great position to move forward and start layering in the rest of the features in the next videos. All right, so up until now, the app does a great job helping users log habits, but I also want to give them something more meaningful than just check marks. Logging data is one thing. Understanding what it actually means, though, is another. And that's why adding analytics is really important for an app like this. I want users to see patterns in their behavior, notice progress they might miss day to day, and then get insights that help them stay motivated long term. So here, I'm going to expand the app by building the analytics feature. We'll tell Rocket.new, please build the analytics section, provide deep insight about the user's tracked habits, alongside some app-generated insights and predictions based on the progress. So after that, the analytics section becomes a real reflection tool. The main analytics widget gives us a clear overview of habit activity, while a custom widget at the top highlights the user's overall journey. Now, further down the page, as you can see, AI-generated insights surface patterns and predictions based on the habits being tracked. Now, this turns the app into more than just a tracker. It is now something our users can look at and then instantly understand where they're improving, where they're slipping, and how small daily actions are adding up over time. However, analytics, they're great for quick insights, but sometimes users want to be able to zoom out and really understand their progress over time. So I want to give them a way to look back and say, this is what my last week looked like, or here's how consistent I've been this entire month. And that's where detailed reports come in, because they turn habit tracking into something measurable and reflective, not just reactive. So here we're going to build a detailed reports feature that works hand in hand with the analytics section. To make that happen, let's say, please build a detailed reports feature that correlates with the analytics feature. Allow the user to see their weekly, monthly, and yearly habit reports in detail through the same section. And right away, the analytics section expands naturally. At the bottom here of the main analytics view, a new detailed reports widget appears, breaking our progress down into weekly, monthly, and yearly summaries. So instead of guessing how things are going, users can clearly see patterns and consistency and long-term trends in one place. All I can say is this gives the app a lot more depth. Users aren't just tracking habits day by day anymore. They can now review progress across weeks, months, and even years, which makes habit building feel more intentional and rewarding. But habits do not exist in a vacuum. Some days you're really productive, focused, and consistent, and then yeah, there are those other days where everything just feels harder for no obvious reason, right? I want the app to capture that side of the story too, but because mood plays a huge role in how habits form, break, and stick, that's why adding a mood tracker will help users connect how they're feeling with how they're showing up day to day. So here we're going to build an additional mood tracker feature. Inside Rocket, I'm going to prompt it with, please build a mood tracker. same as the habit tracker, create a widget for this in the dashboard and showcase this feature through a modal when selected. And now you can see here that a new mood tracker widget appears right on our dashboard. So let's go ahead and select, and after that, it opens a simple modal where users can log how they're feeling in the moment. Logging a mood instantly saves the entry and ties it into the overall app flow. Now this adds an extra layer of context to everything else we've built, because now users can start noticing patterns between their mood, their habits, and their progress. I really do like this because the app feels, well, more human, more reflective, and a lot more useful in real life. So the last big piece I want to add to this app is an AI coach, something that doesn't just show stats, but actually helps users think through their habits and stay motivated. So to make that possible, we need to connect the app to OpenAI, and that starts with getting an API key. First, go to OpenAI's API key platform and create a new project. You can name the project anything that you want, and after that, head to the API key section and generate a new API key, again using any name you prefer. And once the key is created, copy it and save it somewhere secure. After that's done, we'll jump back into Rocket and use this key to power the AI chatbot feature. And that's where the app really starts to feel interactive and supportive instead of just passive tracking. Like what I said earlier, I do want to add an AI coach to this app, something that our users can actually talk to when they need guidance. So to make this work, we'll now integrate OpenAI directly into the project. So inside Rocket, go to the integration section, find OpenAI, paste in the API key we generated earlier, and then save it. And once that's set, we can tell Rocket to build the chatbot itself. The prompt we'll send looks something like this. Please build the chatbot section and create a comprehensive AI chatbot that can help users with their habit tracking and self-improvement journey. Utilize OpenAI for this, and I've already integrated the appropriate API key in the integration section. And there you go. The chatbot section is fully functional. If we open the AI coach here, that lets users ask questions in plain language, like how to stay consistent or how to improve a specific habit. The chatbot also responds with thoughtful, relevant suggestions based on the prompt. And with that, we just added a more personal layer to the app. We didn't just log habits and read stats. Our users also now have a space to reflect, ask questions, and get real-time support as they work on improving their routines. All right, so our app is now packed with features, and we're still building it using just a phone. Take a moment to think about that. At this stage, the easiest way to show what we've built is to just use it like any normal habit tracker. Now, this is the fun part. We'll use the app the way someone actually would. So I'll start by tapping through the main section so you can see how everything fits together. So the dashboard where habits live, the AI coach for guidance, and the analytics section where all the progress shows up. Then let's go ahead and head back to the dashboard and create a new habit, something simple and relatable like drinking water. I'll choose glasses as the tracking unit and set a daily goal of 9 glasses just to make it realistic but still a bit of a challenge. After saving it, I'll scroll down, find the habit, and log an entry saying I drank 4 glasses. And you can see it save instantly and update right away. And from there, I'll jump into analytics to see how that activity shows up across the app. And the streak widget updates, the reports reflect the new data, and the AI generated insights are right there, pulling everything together into something that actually makes sense instead of just raw numbers. So to finish it off, I'll open the AI coach again and ask for advice on improving habit building. After a few seconds, it responds with helpful, practical tips. You know, the kind of feedback you'd actually want when you're trying to stay consistent. So at this point, nothing feels disconnected. Habits, moods, streaks, analytics, and the chatbot, they all work together smoothly. And again, the best part is that this entire app was built straight from a phone. No code, no laptop, just Rocket and a few well-placed prompts. And that's it, a full iOS habit tracker all built without touching a laptop. And like what I keep on saying, everything you just saw was created straight from a phone using Rocket, the same way you would scroll an app or send a message. So from here, you can keep expanding it, refining the design, or turning it into something people actually use. But the important part is this: building iOS apps doesn't have to start on a computer anymore. All right, thanks for watching and investing your time with me today. I'll see you at the next one.